Alright, what's going on everybody? My name is Greg, aka The Ominous Hominid, and today is going to be pretty much experiment in the raw. I'm not a live streamer by any stretch of anyone's imagination, so I figured I would give this a go because today I just got my HTC Vive. So let's see if I can switch to this dual feed here. So yeah, so the box just came. I have not even had the time to open up the package yet to see what's inside. This is literally going to be an unboxing, reaction review setup from start to finish. I do apologize for this other camera. It's pretty terrible, but it's about the best I could scrape together at the last minute. So let's jump right in. So first of all, the box is like way bigger than what you think it would be. And it's also surprisingly heavy. It's about 20 pounds or so. Nine kilos to our friends that use real measurement systems. Lovely. You get a nice little page about the HTC warranty, which I'm not going to read it. And I don't know if this camera can even capture it, but yeah, as soon as you open it up right inside, you've got some nice styrofoam packing and the HTC Vive box itself in plastic. There it is. Something else here. Oh, packaging slip. I have been waiting for this thing for so long. Wow, so the box itself is actually kind of interesting. It's not like a, I don't know, like a normal box or something. It's all padded and stuff on the inside. The box looks cool, man. It's got like this nice, I don't even know what you'd call this, but like the box itself is all shiny and stuff, and there's like this flat shot of the Vive on the front. Pretty cool looking. Some instructions. Now, I've already tried to do as much of the work as possible let me just switch over to this guy. Well, that's a terrible shot. So I've already tried to do as much of the work as possible in terms of like downloading all the software and stuff like that, and I should be pretty well good. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So the instructions kind of give you an idea of like how you line up your lighthouse sensors, seated versus standing, where to go for the software downloads. Gives you a quick rundown of everything that's in the box. And the same thing on the other side. Is like one of these Spanish or something? Oh yeah, how about that? Different languages. Who knew? And the device itself. Oh, I really want to play with these. So that's the controller itself. It's actually got a surprisingly good feel. I felt for a long time, based on some of the other reviews that I saw of like the HTC Pre, I thought that these would be kind of cheap feeling, but they don't feel too bad. They're surprisingly solid. I don't know if they're charged yet, not. 1 and 2. I can't help but think that this box is like mostly wasted space. Like it seems like it's way overdone on the packaging, but hey, I'm glad. I mean, this is all styrofoam here and like soft cushion, so I mean, I'm glad that they go to this extent to make sure that everything gets shipped all right. Here's the lighthouse itself. It's actually got a decent amount of weight to it. It's not heavy by any stretch, but it's definitely solid. And you can see on the, well, maybe you can see on the bottom here, there's, let's see, power, sync cable, looks like USB, and then some button here that I'm not sure what it does yet, but I bet I'll find out shortly. So I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling this out and setting it to the side. There's one lighthouse. The other lighthouse. What do we got underneath here? Okay. Underneath here, base station. I think these are the controller base stations. Oh, mounting hardware. Okay, that's awesome. So you can mount that directly. Let me see if I can get it in shot here. Mount that directly into the wall. It's got some nice long screws and some instructions here. Base station mounting guide. I'm not going to be permanently attaching it tonight. I've got like a tripod here that I'll set everything up on. I'll probably prop the other one up on a bookshelf or something, just for the sake of setting it up to play with it. This is, I'm guessing this is one of the base station, base station power, and then there's another one just like it. So I'll just throw that right there. That's a pretty substantial power brick right there, and the cord is crazy long too. So probably a good thing, I would imagine. 12 volt, 2.5 amp. So that's sucking down some juice. So base station power, another base station power, obviously, and then a big long cable here. I'm gonna guess that this is the sync cable too. Yeah, sync cable, and that's crazy long. That's a big bundle of cable right there. They've actually done a really intelligent way of packaging this, where like the base stations are right here. You pull that out, and then everything for the base station is all within this compartment. So kudos to Valve and HTC for like thinking about how they do all this. So I'm betting, you remove the controllers, and shazam! Here's all the cables and stuff for the controllers. Let's see what we got here. This is some type of a power to USB adapter. I'm imagining for charging the controllers themselves. What else we got here? Yep, micro USB. So there's going to be 2 of those for each controller. That's cool that they give you 2 of these guys. So you get 2 outlet to USB. Just like a regular cell phone charger. I mean, it's probably nothing different at all, but whatever. You can never have too much of these, right? Let's see what's in here. Again, the box is like super compartmentalized and pretty intelligently done. Yeah, nothing in there. And honestly, I can see holding on to this box just to have like an easy way to put this thing away for like storage, when I ever get around to storing this thing. And the main event itself, this is the actual headset, which comes in this nice little plastic bag. And there it is. It's surprisingly light. I'm not gonna lie. I also have a DK1, Oculus DK1, and it's way heavier than this. So I mean, it's got a little bit of weight, but honestly, I think most of the weight itself is in the cables and not in the headset. You can see, I don't even know if this camera is good enough to show this, but the frontal lenses, probably not. When you're looking straight at them, you can definitely see the concentric rings. They're pretty tight rings too. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, my other experiences with the DK1, so it'll be very interesting to see how this stacks up to that, because this is a much different beast than the DK1. So I'm going to set that guy off to the side for right now. Holy crap, I'm going to have so much cleanup to do. And let's see what else we got. Aha! So there's a little breakout box right there. It's actually pretty small, fits about in the palm of your hand. Has spot for HDMI, USB 3, and is that, power in. So here's going to be all the components for that. Oh, sweet. Replacement face mask for the Vive itself. So if you get your greasy ass face all over this, you can replace it with something less disgusting eventually. What else we got? so breakout box, right? Set that to the side. Okay, so this is going to be power, which is, it's probably the same. That would be awesome if they did this. I bet this is the same adapter, AC adapter, as what you use on the Lighthouse base stations themselves. It's just a shorter cord. Let's see. 12 volt, 1.5 amps. So no, it is different. So that's, you know, you guys are going to want to be aware of that when you're hooking this up for yourself when you get one. Obviously, it's going to be easy to tell because the cord is much, much shorter, but do not interchange these. This is only going to do 1.5 amps, whereas the base stations themselves, those take 2.5 amps. Don't make that mistake. You will be sorry, I can promise you. Alright, let's see what this guy is here. This is a small something. I can't even tell what this is. What is this? Oh, okay, cool. This is the headphones that they give you. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, they kind of look like a piece of shit, but we'll see. Hopefully they sound alright. And what is this? USB probably? Yeah, micro USB. No, HDMI. Sweet. You can never have too much HDMI. Alright. So, initial impressions just from the packaging itself. I mean, man, they go out of their way to make sure that this thing is like totally lovingly packaged. Like there's just soft foam everywhere. You just totally can't go wrong with that. Hey, I just noticed there's some comments here. Hey everybody, thank you for checking out the stream. Alright, so let's get into, I mean, come on, what you guys come to see, right? Like a little bit of the unboxing, but you want to see the setup too. Interesting. So also in this kit, warranty guide, some of the documentation crap, and USB. So USB to USB. So that'll be useful for the breakout box. Okay, so I'm gonna try and turn this sideways a little bit. You can see my crappy looking desktop there. And I am going to basically just try and figure out how to set this thing up, read through the instructions and see how it goes. Now, I don't know if anybody else follows the subreddit. I'm assuming you do. There's been a handful of people that have reported some problems with setting up the Vive. Problems that they've run into, the red dot of death or what have you. So, I don't know. Hopefully we don't get that crap. That would make me very, very unhappy. I'm going to finish opening up these. For anyone that missed it, these are the base station power supplies. Nice long cable for that, which is awesome. So, interesting. The cable is 3.0. You should use 2.0. Good call. Thank you. So fortunately, I have a crappy desktop. I don't even think mine has USB 3.0, so that shouldn't be a problem for me. But that's interesting that USB 3.0 is buggy versus 2.0. Okay, so where do we want to start here? Let's start with... Alright, so I've got a tripod here. I've got a tripod on a bookshelf on the other side of the room. I think I'm just going to set up the base station, one of the base stations on that, on the bookshelf on the other side of the room. Nobody can see me. The bookshelf on the other side of the room, and then that tripod I will put in a corner over there, and that's where we'll set that one up. Fortunately, tripod itself has the kind of standard plug on top. Anybody who, like, if you want to have like a quick, easy, cheap way to mount these, the screw hole that's on the bottom, I'm not even using the proper terminology, but whatever, right? So the little screw hole that's on the bottom there, that's a pretty standard thread size, and you can just go buy pretty much any like camera tripod mount, and it should just mount right to the bottom. So, you know, let's check that out right now. Screw that guy in there. Boom, lo and behold. How about that? Now, I have no idea. I'm sure this is going to shake quite a bit, so I might have some problems with that. But bang, that one's done. So we'll just mount that guy up in the corner. And I'm going to step out of stream to set this guy up. course, the other challenge is going to be finding power, which I think I have over here. All right, one down. Let's get the other one here. Take off the plastic. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Thanks for the compliment on the guitar. I wish I could say that I'm a good guitarist, but I'm actually garbage. I try, though. I try real hard. But holy shit, do I suck. I'm going to steal... Boom. Look, you ready? Taking the plastic off, right? That is like the greatest feeling in the world right there. It's silky smooth. Alright, we'll lower this. Now again, I am doing this as like a super quick temporary thing since I just got it. I would totally not recommend using this as your final setup. Like, at all. Raise this guy up a little bit. Alright. I see green lights. Now I don't see green lights. Wait. There we go. We got green. Alright, we don't need the sync cable. What do we got next? Alright, we'll do the breakout box itself. Should be pretty straightforward. I already have that side. I already grabbed the HDMI out the back of my video cards. We're going to go ahead and plug that guy in. Now, oddly enough, oh, here we go. So here's something else to note too. On the breakout box, I don't know if anybody can see that, but right here and right here, they actually call out which side goes to where. I was about to comment that I didn't know which end goes to where, but it does say one end is VR. So the orange side is to VR, so to your headset, and then the other side is to your PC. So don't plug it in backwards. I'm willing to bet it's not going to work. USB and power. So we'll grab USB here. USB. And power. So again, boy, they make these freaking power bricks gigantic. They are not small at all. Yes, this is totally not my my permanent streaming space. Like, yes, I remove the desk and all that other stuff. I'm actually in the process of moving anyway, so this is literally as temporary as it gets. All of this goes away in like less than a month. So when I get to the new house, I'll have a much, much better layout for streaming and doing some YouTube stuff. So yeah, temporary. Bear with me, guys. All right, what else we got? Power USB. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. All right, so apparently we need to go to htc.com. Let's see. htc.com/setup. download the Vive setup. So as part of the instructions, you have to go to the HTC website and download some type of a binary. It's about 60 meg or so, not super huge. As long as you don't have shitbox internet, you should be all right getting that set up quick. Got about 10 seconds here. I'm gonna grab the headset. Oh. Also, peeling the lens cap off of that is pretty satisfying. Dude, I can't get over how like heavy the cables are compared to the headset itself. Like I really thought the headset was going to be much heavier than cables. I guess that's a good thing. Anybody who's played with the DK1 knows that thing is freaking heavy, and it wears on your face after a while too. DK1 had like this plastic piece on the, like you guys can see right now, has this plastic piece that sits over the bridge of your nose, and it just kills after a while. So it'd be nice to get rid of that. Okay, wow, this cable goes on forever. All right, I am going to clean up some of this trash over here so I don't step on it. Move my directions. Now, I don't have much content to try. I literally just received my Vive just a couple of hours ago, so I haven't even gotten the code yet for the pre-order software, which is what? Tilt Brush, Job Simulator, and what's the other one? Tilt Brush, Job Simulator. Yeah, somebody will help me out. I'm sure somebody in the stream will have it. I saw somebody ask me earlier what video card I have. This is a totally outdated rig that I have right now. I'm actually running a GTX 950. I was going to spring for the 980. I had a GTX 480 that I had forever, and it ended up dying. So I just went with the 950 temporarily, and I'm trying to wait for Pascal to drop because I really want a 1080. What is the resolution for the DK1? It's shitbox. It's terrible. I don't even think it's 720 per eye. And it, boy, you can tell too, man. It just looks terrible. And if I can plug in USB the right way. Alright. So there we go. I have no idea whether or not this thing is actually working. I see nothing on the inside. Oh, hey! There's plastic on the inside. Pull that out before you stick your greasy face in there, too. I don't see any power or anything. You would think maybe I would read the instructions to figure out how to actually set this thing up. I'm totally winging it as I go. Oh yeah, I guess I need to like install drivers and crap too. All right, so let's see what I just downloaded from HTC here. Where's that Vive setup? Let's see what happens. Do you know how quickly they ship after people get charged? In my case, they charged me like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't get shipping confirmation until like April 21st or 22nd. I can't remember which one. So I think I got confirmation that they shipped on like April 16th, and it was about a week later before I got. I'm sorry. I got charged on the 16th and then like confirmation on the 22nd, and it took until today for it to actually arrive. So yeah, that was a little irritating. The crappy part is I saw they send you the tracking number, and I clicked on the tracking number, and it had been sitting in my city for like the last 2 days. It had been sitting here since Saturday. Super irritating. So a bunch of legalese that no one's gonna read. Blah, blah, blah. Something, something, firstborn child. Okay, that's cool. So setting up the Vive takes about 28 minutes. It's telling you, I mean, you probably can't even see all this on the screen because the picture's totally blown out. Yeah, so it tells you There's about 4 steps here, and like good computer nerds, they start numbering at 0. Getting ready 0, 3 minutes, install software 10 minutes, set up hardware 10 minutes, complete setup 5 minutes. So about 28 minutes, about a half hour to install. We'll see if I stick it out for that. What the fuck? Oh, okay. So the cool thing is when you download the piece of software, it actually runs you through like all the things that I basically did. Like, hey, here's how you have to set up your lighthouse, and here's like the things that you need to plug in, and blah 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 blah. But I already did that because directions are for dumb people or something. Speed install go. Yeah, getting there. Believe me, I want it to go fast. If I had a choice, I would have had it done by now. I wish that they would advise you that you have to download the software beforehand, because I totally would have done that before just to make sure that it's done. So, all right. So it says estimated time remaining 25 minutes. We are doing the Vive software install now. It's about 500 meg. It's 479 megabytes. Again, so long as you don't have shitbox internet, you should be all right. And then there's, okay, so it already found Steam, so that's sweet. So yeah. So now that it's, just the two of us, how are you guys doing? What's good? What are your dreams and aspirations? This feels weird. We can't make eye contact. Now we can. So, how are you? Wonderful internet. You guys, I tell you. What's the link? Okay, so the link, if you want to download this stuff, hang on. It is part of the instructions right here. It is www.htcvive.com/setup. Bang. That's the one you need. Go there, download that software. I don't think you have to have the Vive hooked up or plugged in or anything like that for it to do all this crap. You should be able to download, at least as far as I am right now, where you have to download this like 500 meg package. So, yeah, you should be at that point. That beard is sexy. You sure do know how to get into a girl's pants, I tell you. HTC Vive. No, I'm not going to sign into your shitty fucking website thing. Alright, so now it's asking me to sign into an HTC account. So also, if you don't have an HTC account, you might want to consider signing up for one. I think I have one. If I can remember the password, probably not. Crap. Still not it. So much like I'm sure the rest of us are going to have to do, waiting for the password reset email. So I posted the live unboxing of this on Reddit, and somebody just responded that I look so happy in my thumbnail because it's just me fucking cheesing with my giant beard. Oh yeah, by the way, this is totally not a PG-13 stream, so if you're under like, whatever, 13 or something, go get your mom and tell her that you're someplace that you shouldn't be. Tell her Uncle Greg said you have to go to bed, or whatever. Alright, waiting for an email. And still waiting to install software. It better be doing something behind the scenes. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh wait, or Steam? Okay, let's just do Steam. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so you don't need an HTC account. If you have a Steam account, good enough. So let me sign into that. See what happens. Steam Guard for the win. Maybe. Eventually. Something. My mom signed my permission slip. Okay, how come I had to wait until 9:30 Eastern to unbox and set it up? No good reason. I work and I have 2 kids, so I didn't think that anyone wanted to listen to my 3-year-old scream at the top of his lungs while playing Minecraft. So I figured I was doing y'all a solid. Just saying. And yes, somebody said Elite Dangerous, and holy crap, I cannot wait for that. And also, you're going to have to, like, you know, fax and sign in, or, like, ship me that permission slip just so I can make sure that you're not BSing me. I mean, you may have forged it. I don't know. You got to be careful with that stuff. And yes, RK Titan RK. It does take forever. So, for reals, listen to this guy. Listen to that guy. Download it now, I'm telling you, because you're going to be pissed off when you have to wait. All right. So it's asking for yet another email. Create something. Server error. Awesome. Thank you, HTC. But you know what? The software install moved on. So, again, yeah, it doesn't even matter. You guys can't even see anything, so whatever. You can just look at my beautiful beard again. So we're at about 20-25%. Here's the crappy thing. When you're going to sign into your HTC account, use your Steam account, first of all. Don't sign up for HTC or anything like that. And then it's going to ask you for an email address so you can finish the registration. Mine shit the bed. It didn't even work. It gave me a server error. But it moves on. So the crappy part is that it holds up your install at about 20% until you finish signing in. So just be aware of that one. So 75 megs out of 500. Whatever. So now I guess we play the waiting game. We can just stare longingly into each other's eyes. Yay, beard. What else we got? So everybody... what kind of games are we all excited to play? I personally cannot wait to try Hover Junkers, because holy shit, do I want to see how accurate the guns are and stuff like that. There's something about that, like the 6-shooter action, like, hey, I have a controller, I can practice it now, I just want to so badly with the revolver. It's just gonna be so much fun. I think. I don't know. It might be crap. Are you going to try and play with the GTX 950? Yes, I am. I do want to play with the 950 just to see how it handles. I know the 970 is kind of the minimum recommended, but from what I've seen, there's a lot of people who've talked about a lot of the games that are out right now. You can at least adjust graphical fidelity. So I'm gonna attempt that. My kind of plan with all of this is to kind of do it iteratively, right? So I started with a DK1 on a 480 GTX 480. Now I've got a 950. I want to see how the Vive works with that one, and I'm just going to kind of slowly build my way through it. If I can borrow a 980 Ti just to see the differences, I'll probably do that. And yeah, the big one I'm waiting for is Pascal. I want to see that GTX 1080 or whatever it looks like. So what kind of games we got here? Elite Dangerous, of course. I play the crap out of that one. I think I have like 600 hours in Elite Dangerous right now, but that's really only because I left the login screen running for like 10 days straight or something. Audio Shield. Audio Shield looks cool. I can't decide if I really want to do Audio Shield. Like, I feel like watching the game, I feel like it kind of looks lame, but like seeing people have a good time with it, I have a feeling it's that type of game where you think that it looks dumb until you start to play it, and then you're like, holy shit, this is awesome. So I'm looking forward to that one. Job Simulator, yes, that one looks hilarious. And Hover Junkers, of course. Budget Cuts, yes, Budget Cuts looks very, very cool. I'm very excited to see that one. out of ammo. I haven't seen much of that one. I know I've seen a couple people talking about it, but I haven't really looked into that one much. I've been kind of trying to stay out of VR stuff because I got to the point where when I knew that it was shipping, I kind of got a little obsessive with like checking my email every freaking day and setting up alerts and stuff like that for when it would ship and just getting obsessive about it. So I had to kind of like just take a breather and walk away for a little bit. And yes, more RTS on Vive. That'll be so awesome. I'm really interested to see like what the first like I don't know, like RPG style game. I know there's one out there now. I've seen it's kind of like these over stylized kind of graphics. God, the one shot that I always see is like a dude with a sword that's beating up like this skeleton. It kind of reminds me of like an animated version of The Legend of Zelda or something like that, where you're beating up the big skeleton dudes. But that one looks pretty cool. I can imagine that getting tired though, like your shoulders, man. That would just be a brutal like arm workout over and over. Let's see. I play Guitar Hero and competed in occasional tournaments for many years. Oh wow. Guitar Hero on VR would be kind of sweet, I think. Or I could just play real guitar. Vanishing Realms. Yes. That is it. Who's going to try on mushrooms? No comment. Alright, let's see where we are with this install. 50%. Halfway there. Alright, I should probably figure out whether or not these things are even charged. I don't even know how to turn them on yet. Let's see. Hey. Cool. So they do come slightly charged. We'll see. See how long they last, I guess. I'm just going to go ahead and plug them in now and at least charge them for a little bit since I still have like another who knows how long. Yeah, these things feel incredible. I don't know if anybody else has what's it called? The stupid gamepad, the Steam controller. If anybody else has one of those, it feels incredibly similar to that. You can definitely tell that they took a lot of design cues from the Steam controller versus this. I have a Steam controller. I actually kind of like the Steam controller. I don't know if anybody else bothered to pick one up. Probably not. I would imagine not many people did. Guitar Hero Live VR confirmed. Yeah, Oculus exclusive though. A-holes. What size is my play space? It depends. I mean, this is going to be a little bit of a humble brag for me right now. It really depends on where I'm sitting. Right now, this is my office. I work from home, so this is my work office. This is not really a good place to set up to play. I have a big home theater in my basement, 125-inch projection screen and all that. So with that much space for movies and stuff, I can just play right in the middle of that and have no problems whatsoever. I bet that's the basement area I have is larger than what the Vive will support by a long shot. This area, I don't even know. It's probably, I don't know if I had to guess, it's probably 20 by 15 maybe. All of it's not playable though. I have a desk and a whole bunch of IT crap here and then bookshelves on the back wall. And now it's filled with trash from unboxing. So that's going to take a minute to clean up, but I got one on release day and hated it. Oh, the Steam controller. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. The Steam controller definitely takes some time to get used to. It's whatever. It's a challenge. It's not done very well. The one trick that I did figure out is if you enable the Steam beta client, that helps a lot. It helps a lot with drivers and supportability and stuff like that. But all in all, it's like whenever I pick up the Steam controller, I play with it for a little bit and go, God, I want it to do this, but just slightly better would be so awesome. What do you do for work? I'm an IT guy. I work in commerce. Alright, I'm going to attempt to find a place to charge the controllers for a little bit. If I can even find enough plugs. Nope. Alright, I will plug one in elsewhere. I need another plug. Plug both of them in over here. Alright, software install, 93%. Almost there. IT guy by day, beard model by night. Dude, believe me, if somebody would pay me money to model my beard, I would do it in a heartbeat. Shaved your bitchin' beard. I've been so tempted to shave my beard so many times. Like, it's getting to be warm now, and God, there's something disgusting about, like, when you're running or whatever, you just get sweat everywhere. I used to be completely bald, like, straight up shaved head, everything. Completely bald. So all of this is new to me. Alright, exit big picture. Where are we at here? Okay, so it's finished that. When it finishes the software install, it looks like it automatically launches Steam in big picture mode, or it just starts Steam. I just happen to have mine defaulted to big picture. While it does that, it says additional files for Vive download in background. So that's another 245 megs. So once it finishes 500 megs, then it's going to download another 245 megs. So we're about 78% there. That's actually going by pretty quick. Let's see, next. Find your components. Okay, so now it's actually telling you to, let's see if we can line up a shot of that. You can't really tell. The two black squares that you see there, that's talking about the base station. So what it's telling you to do is find all of the components in the box itself, basically pull them out so you can start to set them up. Sync cable optional, blah, blah, blah. Ah, the buttons. The buttons on the back of the lighthouse are for channels. So you can change the channel if you need to, if it's interference. All right. Learn about base stations. Sure. Mount, yeah. Oh, cool. It even mentions right in the setup that you can use a camera tripod. Okay, cool. So, or use a standard, was it 1/4-20 UNC threaded mounting point, like a camera tripod or light stand. So, yeah, you can totally use tripods. It worked real well for me. And I'm not a like AV guy at all. I'm stupid. I don't know any of this crap. I'm totally making it up as I go. Clearly. Turn on the base stations. Check the channels. Make sure one base station is set to B and the other is set to C. Well, I didn't do that first, so let me check that. So that's B and C. All right, cool. Sweet. So it tells you right on the front when you're looking at the base station. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe. I don't know if we can do this enough. So it tells you right on the front as you're looking at, oh, that's kind of cool. Over here. There we go. So it tells you what channel the base station itself is on. So when I set this one up, there we go. So I think it should change it to C. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So that one's set to B, the other one's set to C. Green lights, green light, green light. We are done. Find your components, link box, blah, blah, blah. Status light. Hey. So at this point, we should see on the headset itself, you should see a little green light, which we do, which is awesome. IPD knob. I've done none of those things, so that I'm sure is going to take a minute. Yep, that's all plugged in. That's all plugged in. Find your controllers. We did that. Learned about the controllers. Turn on the controllers. Okay. Let me grab the controllers real quick. So boom, there's a little button down here, the system button. You just hold those down for a couple seconds and it turns them right on. Boy, those side paddle buttons are weird. They're a little don't know how I feel about those. Everything else feels awesome. All right. Steam VR. Next, Steam VR will guide you through some steps. Well, here's what we're about to do. Okay, cool. So this is the point where I guess basically we strap on the headset and define the play boundaries that we've got. So launch Steam VR. Let's see what happens. How long have I been going on the stream now? Holy shit, an hour? It's amazing. Room scale. So this is the, here, let me turn it a little bit more there. So anyone who's done, if you, within Steam, you can start up Steam VR already, and you can at least see some of these questions. So it's going to ask you whether or not you're going to do standing only versus, well, standing only over here versus room scale. So I'm going to do room scale. First, clear some floor space. Should be at least 2 meters by 1.5 meters, around 6.5 feet by 5 feet. I'm probably pretty close. Maybe. Cool. So establishing tracking. Cool. So it already picked everything up. It gives you green lights to tell you whether or not it picked up all the components, the controllers and the headset. And sweet. All right. Locate your monitor. Stand in the middle of your cleared space. Point your controller at the monitor. And pull the trigger with your index finger to continue. Bang. Sweet. So apparently it's used to orient the overhead view in a later step. Okay, that'll be interesting to see how that works. Place both controllers on the floor visible to the base stations, then click calibrate floor. Both controllers on the floor and calibrate floor. I'm assuming that this is so that you won't fall underneath the floor or anything. Next, measure your space. Next, we'll measure your available space. The space should be free of any obstacles. Sure. Hold the trigger as you trace out. Oh wow, that's trippy. I'm going to move this camera a little bit more because I'm hoping you guys can see this, because this is crazy looking, right? So as I'm like walking around and moving the controllers, they move in real time on this little screen. And it's this kind of weird like top-down look. So let's see, let's trace out the play space here. Pretty close. Said we play space. Oh, come on. Clearly I'm going to have to cheat. So when you're setting up your play space, literally all you have to do is... Oh, lost tracking. That's interesting. When you're setting up your play space, all you have to do is you basically just grab a controller, hold down the trigger, and it's almost like you're painting the floor or something. You just point at the floor, and that draws on the screen, that draws out a pattern, which is basically your floor space here. All right, so let's try this one more time. See if that's enough. Just barely. So for those wondering, my play space right now as it is, and I had to cheat a little bit because I'm up in my office, is about 2.5 meters by 1.6 meters. And setup is complete. So that should be it. Does anyone else's order say in process? Mine said in process for a long time. I assume that means they're getting ready to ship. Your order should go from in process to shipping. But again, that for me that took a while. That was like weeks that it was sitting in process. Sorry, I know that probably makes some people want to cry. Love the teddy bear in the books. Teddy bear, look. Y'all gonna have to recognize that is Yoda, and you will respect him. It's the only time we're gonna have this conversation. One time. All right, let's see. Make sure your sound is working. Put on the headphones. I'm just kidding. I love you. No. So I have heard. I'm gonna go whole hog, right, and use the HTC provided ones. Normally, I would use. These are my headphones that I would use, but I've been told that long cords are not so hot for the HTC Vive. And you're very welcome, Stephen Ross. I hope you get yours soon. But I'm going to go ahead and go with these HTC ones. We'll see what happens. I stand corrected. All right. Put on... Wow, here we go. Oh, this is so exciting. I get to actually put on the headset now. So put on the headset. Put it on the front first like a pair of goggles, adjust the sides and top straps, blah, 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 blah. You'll need sound, connect the headphones to the audio jacks. Yeah, I'm going to do that first. I don't know about y'all, but that seems kind of crazy to not do that first, and then grab the controllers. Okay, so here we go. This is the very first time I have ever put on an HTC Vive. I would be a liar if I didn't have, or if I said I didn't have, like, the world's hardest nerd penis right now. Whew. The resolution is so much better than the DK1. Holy crap. I'm not going to lie. It is not perfect by any stretch. It is still a little grainy, especially for anyone used to kind of high definition 1080p or 4K. Holy shit, that's loud. Relax. Yeah, especially for anyone who's used to like some really high definition gaming stuff. But, I mean, it's totally acceptable in terms of resolution goes. So you stand inside of this like giant, I mean it's very clearly a riff on the Aperture Science stuff, and it looks kind of like Wheatley in front of me. So you're standing inside of this just gigantic chamber, and it looks like a living room, and then like in true Portal fashion, like the walls start pulling away and the floor falls away and like everything folds inside. And there's somebody talking, oh, this is an execution core. I'm totally not paying attention to what this dude is saying. Oh yeah, I should probably put these on too. Okay, this is just blah 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 tutorial stuff. Oh wow, that is really creepy. So, okay, so first of all, when you see people talking about how it's really weird that you can just reach out and like kinesthetics, and there's, I can't remember the other term for it. Anyway, so like how you kind of know where your hands are without actually being able to see them. Like I was literally able to just reach out and grab these controllers, and that is the creepiest thing. That is so wild. Walk forward slowly. Yeah, I am not going to walk around, dude. I do not have that much space here. Oh wow, it's so weird. Ooh. There's something weird about having these this headset on and walking around totally blind. So Chaperone is pretty sweet, man. It's I mean, I've got a pretty small play space. So it's pretty much a cube that's around me. It kind of looks like I'm in jail because everywhere I look, I see these like teal bars everywhere. Yeah, it's actually pretty sweet. Now walk slowly towards me. Oh god, I feel like I am just going to run into everything that's on this side of the room. How do you do? Okay, done. So it's teaching you right now how to interact with Chaperone. I assume that I'm looking at the computer, but I actually have no idea. Holy shit, I am. So it's trying to teach you how to look around and like interact with Chaperone. Why is my stuff vibrating here? Yeah, they're like crazy accurately tracked. This is so weird. So I will say so far, if anybody's curious, I have the GTX 950, and it is like It is buttery smooth. Like I have no problems whatsoever. And the DK1 used to make me ridiculously nauseous. Oh wow, that's rad. Oh sweet. So like in this little demo thing you can like shoot lasers out of your controller. It looks really cool. So now it's walking you through each of the individual buttons. So we just did a trigger, and now we're doing grip buttons, which shoots confetti, which is kind of cool. That's so cool. Okay, so now we're doing trackpads here. Let's see what the trackpad. I think the trackpads are the balloons. Slide your thumb around. Yeah. The other cool thing is, like you guys can see this, I'm an idiot. So as I'm looking through the headset itself, you see the representation of the controllers in front of you, but when you put your thumb on, God, I hope I'm pointing at the camera. Yes, sort of. So as you put your thumb on proprioception, yes, thank you, that is the word. Anyway, so as you put your thumb on the trackpad right there, you can actually see a dot on your virtual representation of the controller that shows where your thumb is at, and that actually helps a lot. Hey, balloons. That is so cool. So yeah, you can blow balloons up and then tap it with your controller. And again, the amazing thing is how natural all of this feels. Like all the reviews that I've seen absolutely hit the nail on the head. Like it really does feel so just natural. I mean, yeah. I'm bouncing balloons around like anybody else can see that. Oh, actually, what I should do, let's see if you guys can see this screen. There you go, that kind of works a little bit there. So I think you guys can more or less see what I'm talking about here. What does this do? Oh, sweet. Dog balloons. Alright, system button. Now find and press the system button. Okay. I did not. Where is the Steam VR dashboard? What, am I missing something here, guys? So, for reals, I don't see a Steam VR thing anywhere. It's really not showing up either. I mean, it is being tracked, yeah. I'm in the tracking log. That's probably not such a good thing. Now find and press the system button, which will summon the Steam VR dashboard. Okay, I found the system button. I am pressing said system button. It is doing nothing, bro. Huh. Alright, well clearly I'm going to have to just restart this. But at this point, I've been live streaming for about an hour, so I think at this point I'm going to shut down the stream and keep messing with this. Oh, Melissa, so your video card works fine for this, then you don't need an upgrade, right? That would be wrong. Nice try. A for effort. I very clearly need a video card upgrade. Well, he should until Polaris and Pascal. Thank you, Steven. Yes, that is my goal. I wanna wait until Pascal comes out. Of course, that's going to be an expensive video card, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we get that GTX 1080 or whatever it's going to be called at that point. So, Okay, everyone, I'm just going to go ahead and shut the stream down. Hey, thanks everyone for stopping by. I do have a YouTube channel where I am slowly but surely doing some VR content. This will be out there. I am also doing a very, very belated DK1 review, which I've actually been working on for like the last week or so. And then, of course, I'll be doing some more content as there's some more VR stuff to talk about. I do a lot of IT stuff, tech news, whatever. I mean, there's like a million of them out there, but none of them have a sexy beard like I do. So that is my pitch to you for why you should come back and check me out often. So thanks everyone for stopping by, and hopefully I will see you guys later.